Now, we've held all these seminars in all different parts of the world. We've got them coming up in Sao Paulo and Toronto. Do we see much difference in the issues raised according to where we hold one of these discussions?
Well, we have seen some key differences, Brian. In Europe, for example, there's been a great focus in the banking sector on regulatory change, on the economic capital management, on liquidity, and obviously the sovereign crisis has been a great focus. So how the boardroom deals with those issues. In the Americas, there's been, again, some interesting views, mainly around regulation, the Dodd-Frank Act, but also looking across at what Europe's doing and their exposure in their operations in Europe. Interestingly enough, in Asia, there has been a similar attention to regulation, but in a way, well, Asia and Canada have been standing back and saying, hey, we've managed ourselves pretty well. We hold a reasonable amount of this economic capital, so why do we actually have to get engaged? In fact, for us, we're looking at making more use of the capital we've got to grow and possibly be a continued engine of growth for the rest of the world while the rest of the world sorts itself out.
Yeah, there's certainly been a discussion in Asia, which we've actually been covering in the Banker magazine, about whether now they really want to follow the sort of Western, in inverted commas, model on financial regulation, or whether they would prefer to look at something devised for their own circumstances, with a particular aim of making sure that if the financial sector doesn't become too big in relation to the real economy. Did that idea come up in the discussions at all?
Definitely, and in fact, when we were in Sydney and Seoul and Tokyo, these were discussions that it's not slavishly following the Western way, or the way in which it's been done. It needn't necessarily be the Western way, but the way in which it's been done in the past. And innovation in a very different way than we've known innovation in financial services, around how we approach the financial models and the model overall for banks going forward, is a very important part. And Asia has a leading part to play, and a big part to play at the table when determining this.